it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. I thought today I would do a story time. I think I have so much to talk about, but I have to break it down into different sections because a 10-minute video would never do. Hello, son. For today, I'm going to do from ages 18 to 33, 32, somewhere in there. And I'm just going to give, as much info as I can in 10 minutes. And then I will be elaborating on all of this. I will be sharing my life story with you guys in different parts. That's what my YouTube's going to be. It's going to be a lot of different things, but you're definitely going to get my life story. Okay, so when I turned 18, I did move to Hutch to try to be close to my homegirl. That didn't work. So I moved back to St. Cloud. I don't know if I can say that. Yeah, I can. It's fine. I got an apartment on campus that was rent by the room, so I only had to pay $200 some a month. And it was, like I said, it was campus housing, and I was not in college. I was just renting a room, you know what I'm saying? So, man, once I had that, freedom, and then being in the city, hands off, drinking heavily, I started messing around with meth. I can't really remember what drugs I did as when I first started out. I know I drank, I know I smoked, and I remember starting meth because we would call our homegirl at work and be like, hey, we're going to get some windows, or we got to wash the windows if you want to come over after school or after work. And she'd always know what we were talking about, obviously. The friends I was hanging out with then were still people I knew from high school. And in fact, they were not friends, not ever. And I'm sorry for those who see this and hear what I have to say, but it's the truth. In high school, my friends, I was usually the butt of their jokes. They would make fun of me all the time. And I feel like they just used me for someone to beat up mentally, emotionally, and verbally. And I don't know why, because none of us were skinny. So I really don't know what that was about. And I just really don't know why y'all hated me but pretended to like me. And it happened for so freaking long. I want to say names so freaking bad, but I'm not going to do that yet. But yeah, they were still my friends when I stayed at the campus housing. And I also stayed with my foster sister, Julie, who we've had the most back and forth relationship that you would ever think of. That could be a whole day of vlogging. I have to kind of condense this, and now thinking back, it's dang, I don't remember a lot of details. I do remember Julie robbed me. She broke into my house and took some shit. Yeah. After campus housing, I think we moved to different apartments. In campus, I started dating a friend of mine who was a girl. It lasted 11 years. I guess you could say it was a learning experience. It's not something I'd ever want to go through again. But it happened, and I did, and I learned, and I grew from that. So And with her, we really started doing meth. And a friend of mine who at one point became her best friend, because who knows? You know what I'm saying? People love to hate me. So, yeah, we really got into meth. So we were doing everything, and I would eventually start selling meth. When we were doing meth, it was crazy because, like I said, I was selling it, which means I had a lot of bad people around me. And I was a really nice person, and I always said, I'm gonna change the game by I'm not gonna steal from people. I'm not gonna lie from people. I'm not gonna rob people. I'm gonna change the game. I'm gonna change the game. You know, you can't change the meth game. The meth game changes you. And to this day, I will still say thank you to meth, because it woke me up to a whole nother life that I never knew existed. And I'm glad I do, because now I know what I don't want in life. That's for dang sure. And it also opened me up to other things about myself, because when you're on drugs like that and you're up, or you got nothing else to do but think about stuff, like I did, find a piece of me through meth. Everything is a lesson. So it's not like I can say that I didn't. I wanted to write a book that said thank you meth, but I don't feel that way anymore. But now it's all thank you God, because he's the one who really got me through and opened me up to what I needed to know. And once the drugs were gone, it was a lot easier for him to get through. I did drugs until my son was a year old, and it went from meth. I would always do coke. I was a party girl, so I had a little mix, everything in my purse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a little bit of this, you need a little bit of that, I got you. Whatever you need, I got you. And so the drugs and the dealing, and at some point on meth, I went crazy because we thought we were being watched. So we flushed a bunch of dope, and then we traveled to every single one of our friends' houses, and we were just talking like this, and this, oh my gosh, they're after us. They have cameras in the car and cameras over here, and there was a cop, and they're giving us cop dope or something. I don't know. It was out of control. The longest I stayed up was 9 days. That was crazy. And I was actually, for the last 3 days of that 9 days, I was in a parking lot, at a holiday parking lot. So 3 days of that. After, surfing on couches or staying with my friends, when I was with my ex, we always had an apartment. But once we broke up, we always broke up and got back together. But yeah, I stayed at my friend's house or on couches because she had her parents' house to go to. And at some point I was staying with her, probably 2015, and I hated it. I was dating other people, and we were not together. But living in that environment was horrendous. Finally, my papa that had been in prison, I met up with him again because he got out. And he was the father figure of us little hood rats. And him and his roommate, my friend, let me move in. And basically, that was the party until I got pregnant with my son. It was a lot of pills, basically, and a lot of drinking and a lot of coke. But that's just a tiny little bit of some of my experiences that I went through as a young adult. And I want to make sure that you guys share, subscribe, and comment below. Y'all don't have nothing to say when I tell you these secrets? Come on. And please hit the bell icon down below so you get notified of my new uploads. God bless you.